I built a 1:400 scale replica of Washington Dulles International Airport. A hub for United Airlines, this is one of 3 airports that surround our nation's capital. So without further ado, let's begin today's first airport update of IAD on my channel. To start off our airport update, here by Concourse A, we have a Delta Airlines Airbus A321-200 with sharklets. This, of course, is in the thank you special livery, and this plane is just arriving at the terminal from a flight from Minneapolis, St. Paul. Starting us off for Concourses A and B, we'll start off with this Volaris Airbus A321neo. This Volaris Airbus A321neo is getting some fuel for a flight out to Guadalajara, and we'll start off with the Copa next. The United Express we'll get to at last. Being heavily catered by a luggage truck as well as some luggage, we have a Star Alliance Copa Airlines Boeing 737-800 prepping up for a flight out to Panama City today. Up next, we have our Lufthansa Airbus A330-300. This plane has some catering on board as well as some fuel for a flight out to Frankfurt, Germany. Also prepping for a flight, here's a Qatar Airways Boeing 737-800.
A few moments later.
Definitely not a 737-800. Here's a Qatar Airways Boeing 787-8. Also getting some luggage for our long flights out to Doha today. Here we have a TAP Airways Boeing 737-800. Oh my god, the same mistake again.
2,000 years later.
Alright, not a 737-800. Here's a TAP Airways Airbus A330-300 in a Portugal stopover livery. This is a really nice model by GeminiJets. This TAP Airways Airbus A330-300 has just arrived at the gate, and the crew is getting luggage off the plane and to the baggage concourse. Starting us off for the Concourse B gates, we have this gorgeous NG models KLM Asia 777-300ER. This plane is just arriving at its gate from a flight from Amsterdam. Just getting its first crew on board, here's a Southwest Airlines MAX 8 in the new livery. This plane is getting its crew on board for a short flight over to Orlando MCO. And over here is a fairly new model. This is a really nice model actually. NG model Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Pictures Coco special livery. This plane is getting some luggage on board for a flight out to Houston Hobby International Airport. Up next is a Sun Country Boeing 737-800 in the Tide Pool livery. This plane is boarding up soon for a flight out to Minneapolis, St. Paul, and will depart the gate in approximately 1 hour. And just arriving at the airport, here's a Delta Airlines Boeing 737-800 and the Atlanta Braves emblem near the nose of the plane. This plane just arrived at the gate about 5 minutes ago from a flight from Salt Lake City. Over here is a Delta Connection CRJ 900, which will begin boarding in approximately 10 minutes for a flight out to New York LaGuardia International Airport. And over here is this Delta Airlines Boeing 717-200. This aircraft will begin boarding in approximately 15 minutes for a flight out to Atlanta International Airport. And over here, catering up for flights out to Los Angeles International Airport, we have an Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-900 in the More to Love special livery. This plane is going to be catering up for a flight to LAX. And over here, just pulling into its gate, here's an Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-900 and the Honoring Those Who Serve special livery. This plane is just arriving at its gate from a flight from San Francisco International Airport. Getting luggage soon, here's an Allegiant Airways Airbus A320-200, which will receive luggage soon for a flight out to Las Vegas International Airport. Here we have 2 American Airbus A321-200s. The one closest to the Allegiant Airbus A320 with sharklets is going to be getting luggage soon for a flight out to Phoenix Sky Harbor, while the one closest to the Korean Air in the back with the fence tip winglets has just arrived at the airport from a flight from Miami, Florida. Almost reaching the A gates again. Here's a Korean Airways Boeing 747-8i. Unfortunately, I think those Korean Air flies the 777s, but I don't have a 777. So we'll settle for the 747-8i, which is just getting prepped for service out to Seoul. And over here at the A gates, we have our Airbus A380 and the Emirates. This is an Emirates Airbus A380 and the Sky's Only the Beginning astronaut special livery. This plane is getting catered for flights out to Dubai International Airport and will depart the gate in approximately 1 hour and 5 minutes. In the back of the Emirates A380, we have an ANA Boeing 787-10, which is just departing its gate for a flight out to Tokyo Narita International Airport. Getting some luggage and some fuel soon. Here's an Iceland Air Boeing 737 MAX 9 in a new livery. This model is by Phoenix Models, and it's yet again another new model. It's a fantastic model, and this plane is getting some luggage and fuel soon for a flight out to Keflavik International Airport. And over here, getting some catering and some fuel. Here's an Avianca Airbus A320-200 in the Taka Heritage livery. This plane is getting some catering on board for a flight out to Bogota. And almost wrapping up concourses A and B of this side of the terminal, there's an Air Canada Express -8 Q400. I'm not sure if Dulles has airside gates, so if anyone knows in the comments below, please let me know. But anyway, this plane is just arriving at the terminal from a flight from Montreal. As if concourses C and B weren't enough, United Express also operates at a concourse A, and this United Express Series A 550 is first boarding up its passengers for a flight out to St. Louis. Over here is United Express E145 in the old Continental merger livery. This plane is also boarding up its passengers for a flight out to Roanoke. Over here is a retired United Express aircraft, but a gorgeous model anyway, so I decided to include it. United Express -8 Q400. This plane is going to be delayed for about 1 hour for a flight out to Savannah, Georgia. It's going to be delayed for about 1 hour. Waiting for fuel is this United Express E175. This aircraft has plans to fly out to Louisville, Kentucky, but is currently waiting for fuel. And the last plane of Concourse A and the Concourse A and B terminal is this United Express CRJ200 in a new livery, just arriving in from flights from Newark Liberty International Airport. Over here at the cargo terminal, we have a FedEx Express 777F, which is going to be deboarding its freight from a flight from your favorite FedEx destination, Memphis, Tennessee, while the Emirates Sky Cargo 777F is boarding up for a flight out to Dubai. Starting us off for the United Airlines concourse, or concourses C and D, we have a United Airlines 777-200ER. This is in the Star Alliance livery. This plane is first getting its catering and luggage for a flight out to Barcelona, Spain. And next up we have a United Airlines Boeing 757-200. This, of course, is in the New Jersey, New York special Her Arc Here livery. And this plane is getting some fuel on board for a flight out to LAX. Just pulling out of its gate is this United Airlines Boeing 737-900 in the Continental merger livery, pulling out of its gate for a flight out to Boston, Logan. And over here, just about to take the gate of the United 739, here's the United Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the new livery. This plane is just arriving at the airport from a flight from Denver, Colorado. Over here is United Airlines Airbus A320-200, getting some fuel on board for a flight out to Chicago O'Hare. Up next, just getting some fuel on board, here's a United Airlines Boeing 737-700 in a new livery with split skimmers, getting fuel for a flight out to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And over here we have a United Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Star Alliance livery. This is also in the new livery. This plane just arrived at its gate from a flight from Columbus, Ohio, and is deboarding its luggage. Taxiing to the gates, here's a United Airlines Airbus A319 in a Continental merger livery. Just arriving at the airport a few minutes ago from a flight from Savannah, Georgia. Over here at gate 14 is United Airlines 737 MAX 8 in a new livery, getting some luggage on board for a flight out to Fort Myers, Florida. And over here, just arriving at the gate, here's United Airlines Boeing 737-900 with a view of the tram in the back, arriving in from a flight from Punta Cana. And over here we have a United Airlines Boeing 737-800 yet again, this time the Continental Merge livery. This plane is boarding up its crew as well as some luggage for a flight out to Nashville, Tennessee. Here is a United Airlines Airbus A319. This plane is first boarding up its passengers for a flight out to Buffalo, New York. And over here is the gorgeous United Airlines Boeing 757-200 and the Star Alliance livery. This plane is boarding up its luggage as well as its crew for a flight out to Seattle, Washington. Almost reaching the end of the narrow-body gates, here's the United Airlines Boeing 757-300, known as the Flying Pencil, just arriving at its gate from a flight from Edinburgh. Taxiing out to the runway, here's the United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8, taxiing out to the runway for a flight out to San Antonio today. Over here is the United Airlines Boeing 757-200 in a Continental Merge livery, but with upgraded skimmer winglets. This plane is boarding up for a flight out to Houston IAH. And over here is the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 taxiing to the runway for a flight out to Denver, Colorado. Just pulling up to the gate, here's the United Airlines Boeing 787-10. Just pulling up to the gate from a flight from Frankfurt, Germany, and the luggage trucks are going to begin deboarding the plane. Taxiing out to the runway, here's a UPS MD-11F, taxiing out to your favorite UPS destination, Louisville, Kentucky. Over here is this gorgeous United Airlines Boeing 787-8 in the Continental Merge livery, one of my favorite models, and this plane is going to be getting some fuel on board for a flight out to London Heathrow today. Next up, we have this United Airlines 777-200 boarding up for a flight out to Sao Paulo today. And taxiing out to the runway, here's a WestJet Boeing 737-700 taxiing out to Calgary. And over here, just arriving at the gate not too long ago and deboarding its luggage, here's a United Boeing 767-300 arriving in from a flight from Madrid. Getting some catering on board as we move back to the sea gates. Here's a United 777-200 in the Continental Merge livery. And this plane's getting some catering on board for a flight out to San Francisco, California today. Operating for a 787-8. Here we have a 777-300ER United Airlines. This plane is about to begin boarding its crew and getting some fuel on board for a flight out to Lagos. Over here, beginning to board its luggage, here's the United Airlines Boeing 787-9 in the Continental Merge livery, boarding up for a flight out to Cape Town. Just beginning to pull out of its gate, here's the United Airlines Boeing 767-400. This gorgeous aircraft is pulling out of its gates for a flight out to Berlin. Over here is the Flying Pencil again, except this one's in a new livery. This United Airlines Boeing 757-300 is waiting for the 764 to pull out of its gates. This plane just arrived at the airport from a flight from London Heathrow. And being heavily catered with fuel, catering, luggage, here's the United Airlines Boeing 787-10, which will begin boarding in approximately 30 minutes for a flight out to Los Angeles International Airport or LAX. Almost dropping up the update soon, here's the United Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the gorgeous California Here livery, taxiing out to Phoenix Sky Harbor. And over here is a FedEx Express 777F in the Panda Express livery. This plane is waiting to take off as well for a flight out to Memphis, Tennessee. Taking off is this British Airways Boeing 787-8, taking off for a flight out to London Heathrow. And the last plane of this update, here's a United Airlines Airbus A320-200 in a Friendship livery, just arriving at the airport and taxiing to the terminal from a flight from Austin, Texas. And that is it for today's airport update of Washington Dulles IAD. I really hope you guys enjoyed this airport update. This was a lot of fun to make. Please comment below if I should continue doing this airport update. And if you'd like a subscriber route, the subscriber route just has to be a plane that you saw in this update that I have and that you have. I'd love to have some subscriber routes in this update for the next airport update of IAD. And yeah, so please subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps support the channel. And thank you guys so much. Have a great day.